Welcome to the Anxious Woman. Hi, guys. It's the 17th. I'm going to try to stay on topic. You know how that goes with me. Got my coffee. It's Friday again already. I put some cinnamon in. I have a bunch of topics, so I'm going to try to just break things down into 10-minute to 11-minute increments so that I can talk about everything that's been going on, because a lot's going on. I'm just going to start with the Dexa scan. Because my ribs were bruised months and months ago, my PCP suggested I get a Dexa scan. Non-invasive. I didn't have to change out of my clothing. Less radiation than a chest x-ray. Literally took 8 minutes. Went in the room, laid on a bed. This thing that looks like an arm came up on the side of me and down. The woman had me turn my left foot inward. She said, turn your left foot in. And they scanned part of me. And then she put a triangle cushion under my knees, had me bend my knees, and scanned up. And so they scanned the left hip, left leg. I don't know how far up, but that's just what I know. Hi, Stacy. I just got a text. So the results came in that same day. I had a morning appointment. Did I? I think I had a morning appointment. Yeah. And very nice people. Results came in that afternoon, and I have osteoporosis. Osteopenia is like a precursor to osteoporosis, but I have osteoporosis. So when the numbers came up, my bone density is like 1/2 of what it should be, and so that's what I'm dealing with, which would explain like a whole lot of my issues. So I have a 1 in 2 chance of breaking a bone. So I'm being very careful. Let's put it this way, I'm being as careful as I can be. So some of the things that they say to do is, when I Googled everything, is do a lot of walking, which I am. Got the treadmill. 15 to 20 minutes a day I'm doing. Do your walking, dancing. They say not to run, not to do running or jogging, that's not good for osteoporosis. But and then there's a couple of yoga poses you shouldn't do when you have osteoporosis. So I got this from Amazon. It's by a company called Carlisle. It's a mini calcium pill, 1,200 milligrams per serving, plus vitamin D3. There's 300 in here. It looks like this. It was $17, 300. It says to take 4 a day. I'm not taking 4 a day. It says to take it with meals. I'm taking 1. That's how I roll. When you see them, they look like this. Okay, soft gel. Now I can get these down with no problem. They're like little minis. The bigger gel pills, I have a hard time swallowing, or a really hard time. So you can get these from Amazon. Always talk to your doctor. I read that something like 80% of people have osteoporosis. So I didn't like jump up and down and go like, oh my God, I've got osteoporosis. I'm just figuring like, okay, me and 80% of the population has osteoporosis. So let's just deal with it. Of course, I'm being extra careful. I don't drink milk. I don't know when the last time was I drank milk, but anyway, they say like green leafy vegetables and and get some sun. I don't get much sun. So, there's a lot of reasons why this happened, and I think I've probably had osteoporosis for the last, I'm just checking my time, probably for the last 8 to 10 years, probably. And, when I got the test done, I was extremely nervous. I had canceled it once and rescheduled it. George went with me, sat in the waiting room. Very quick, once they finally called me back, I was the last person called back. And it's covered by my insurance, as far as I know, covered by my insurance. And it would be a yearly thing because this one was my baseline. So now they know like what my numbers are. My numbers are pretty crappy, to be quite honest. Pretty crappy. So I had that done. And I have like 5 minutes that I'm just going to real quickly let you know how my wellness visit went with my PCP. I had my yearly wellness where I drew the clock, had to remember 3 words, no problem. Had an eye test. With one eye closed, my vision is 20/25. With the other eye closed, my vision is 20/50. With both eyes open with my glasses, my vision is 20/25. Weight is fine, blood pressure fine, oxygen fine. My weight is about 107, and so my doctor, my PCP, ordered another round of blood work. And I was talking to her about a couple of things. I talked to her about some vitamins, and I'll talk to them about them in the next video. But she ordered blood work. She ordered zinc, magnesium, D, syphilis. I'm throwing that in there because we talked about my hair falling out. We talked about my weight, my aches and pains, and she added syphilis in because it wasn't put in with my last STD panel. And I kind of cringed because I'm like, there's no way I have syphilis, and I don't. So I had that test done yesterday, and I do not have it. But I want to show you the vitamins that I got and talk to you about what her feelings are, and then talk to you about the blood tests that have come in so far. She tested zinc. If I didn't say zinc, that result hasn't come in yet. That takes a few days to have your zinc checked. But I did get the syphilis, and I got the test, and I got the D and my iron. She checked my iron, and my iron is fine. Everything came back okay, except for my D, which did not come back okay at all. And I'll talk about that. I'm watching my minutes. I'll talk about that in the next video. But it was a good visit. She checked my lungs. She checked my feet to make sure I had no swelling in my feet or my ankles, and I didn't. We talked a little bit about insurances also. This is time to change up insurance if you're going to. And I had spoken with my broker during some of this time because so much went on. And I was going to switch to another plan, but my psychiatrist, they just can't find my psychiatrist in this other plan. So I'm going to stay with what I have, which is Aetna Medicare. I'm going to just stay with Aetna. And the beginning of the year, my broker is going to look again and see if my psychiatrist has signed on to this other plan. And if she has, then I have until March 31st to sign the final paper. So there's been a lot of talk about the insurance and what's the best plan for me. And so, you know, that was discussed. So for now, I'm going to stay on what I have, which is Aetna. And I may end up just staying, you know, with Aetna all through next year. We'll see. But anyway, I'm going to stop here at 10 minutes and 19 seconds. I'm so proud of me. So if you need to get a Dexa scan done, do it. Non-invasive, didn't have to change out of my clothing. I did take all my jewelry off, just, you know, for the sake of everything, and I put everything back on. I put this ring and my wedding ring and my engagement ring. This is what I'm wearing. Put that back on, all that back on, and yeah, painless, quick, easy, and I have osteoporosis. Yes, along with millions of other people. So I'm going to go, and then I'm just going to flip over to the next video, and we'll see if we can't keep these as topic related as we can.